We are live, I think.
Hello.
Hey guys. So we are live today with another interview. I keep promising you that I'm going to interview people from One to Many, and I'm going to do that. And they're all very different types of people in different types of industries. And that's really what I wanted to bring to you, so that you could see that not everyone's a coach, not everyone's teaching people how to make money. Not everyone's, everyone seems to think everyone's a life coach. I don't really know why. I don't think I've even had a life coach. Maybe I've had like, but yeah, like it's all kinds of different types of businesses. So if you can give me some hearts and thumbs up so that we can share this with more people. Hi, Emma. Nice to see you. And also remember, when we're doing this, hey, Lauren, when we're doing these interviews, you can ask questions. Like, this isn't just us imparting information. If you have questions from the person I'm interviewing, do ask away. Like, usually the people I have on are as transparent as me, so they'll be very happy to answer your questions. So please do. Hi guys, nice to see you all. Really good to have you on today. So this is my third interview of my 2-week interview series for people that have done One to Many with me before. And today I have the amazing Charlie Day.
Hello.
Hello. Charlie, tell us a little bit about what you do.
So now, or when I started One to Many?
Yeah, well, he's changed a bit, hasn't it? What did you do when you
Changed a lot.
first started One to Many?
So when I came into Race to Recurring Revenue, that was 2 years ago, back in 2020, April 2020, I came across Lisa Johnson, and a friend had told me to do the challenge, and I came in tentatively. So I've always been an entrepreneur. I've built 3 children's activities from the ground up. I was running Phonics with Robot Reg at the time, which is a franchised company. And I saw your challenge and I went in and I did it. And I did it, but I did it by myself. I didn't share anything that I did in the group. I didn't even introduce myself. But at the end, I was like, oh my gosh, there is so much potential. So I've always loved sales. I feel like sales is what moves your business forward. And I used to sit there and tell other franchisors how they could sell franchises to people. I used to do this all the time just for free. And then during Race to Recurring Revenue, I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this as like a paid thing. And so I set up the Entrepreneurs Growth Club, which is my Facebook group. And I remember at the end of week 1, there were 250 people in the group. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, like 250 people want to listen to me talk about sales and give them hints and tips. And so over the last 2 years, it's just sort of taken over my life. And now there's over 7,000 people in there. I've got a membership, I've got a mastermind, I've got an accountability group, I've got digital downloads. I make money off my podcast, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing. I've added them all as I've gone along. So that sounds like a lot, but I started with a membership with 7 people in it.
Yeah, because in One to Many, we literally teach you it from scratch. So I love that Kate says, how did you get that many people in the Facebook group so quickly? That's what we teach in One to Many. So the whole of the first section is how to get people into your Facebook group. I've got 14,000 in mine. Just this week, I got nearly 10,000 people into a Facebook group in a week. There are ways that you can do things, and that's what we do.
I literally used to come to One to Many with my notepad, my pen. I would make all the notes, learn all the things, and then I would just go and implement it straight away. And that's how I've gotten to where I am today.
And you can see the difference. So some people make notes, they think about things, they overthink things for a couple of years, and then they do it. But Charlie was definitely one of those people that kind of went in and was like, right, she's told me to do this, I'm just going to go and do it. And she literally just did it as we were doing it. And not many people actually make money during the 6-week course, but Charlie did. Charlie just went off and started doing things, which was brilliant. So when you first came into One to Many, you already had a successful business, really. And yes, it wasn't very passive, but you had a successful business. So did you think maybe this is too basic, or did you think was because of the challenge? Did you think, oh, actually, I can learn something from this?
Yeah, so I mean, I had run successful businesses. I'd been in business for 10 years. I started my first business when I was 21. I was working a lot. I was swapping time for money. I was teaching classes. I was teaching franchisees how to teach classes. And it just opened my eyes to a whole other way of working that I hadn't even thought about. And that ultimately I was already doing. Like, people used to always say, oh, Charlie, can I go for coffee with you? Can I buy you lunch? And I'd love it. I'd be like, yes, oh my gosh, yes, I get to go out there and talk about business and do all of these things. And the fact that I can get paid for this now, and I literally like jump out of bed in the morning. I can't believe that I get to do this. And I remember back in April 2020 listening to I think it was like Abigail Horn and people like that doing these interviews. And I was like, no, I mean, I was very skeptical at the beginning. I was like, no, there's no way that would work. And then in the first year I made £100,000, and it was my side hustle. I had 3 other businesses. This was my side hustle, and I made £100,000 worth of profit. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is
I love it, because I can see really early on the success stories. So, you know, people always say, I want to be on one of your interviews. I want to be one of your success stories. I want to do the interviews, because they watch them each year. And I could see, because of how you implemented, that you were going to be. And you've just, what I love is that I know how much spare time you have now, because I kind of meet you in Dubai and we hang out.
Yeah. But there's an ongoing joke that I stalk Lisa around the world. I just appear wherever she is. We met in Portugal, we met in Dubai, LA.
That's brilliant, because you've got kids yourself, so it's like, there, you know, you want to spend more time with your little boy, and we get to be able to do that. And that's the whole point of it for me. Like, I want to spend more time with my family.
And also, like, it has opened so many doors for me. I've made so many friends because of it. And there's been opportunities that have come my way that I didn't even think would happen. Like, yes, I knew that if I followed your formula, the money would come, the freedom would come. But actually, I've gotten so much more out of it as well.
That's so cool to know that. And yeah, everyone always talks about the community and the friendship, the things that have happened in that side, because entrepreneurship can be a bit lonely, can't it, when you're just doing your own thing every day and you're not really bouncing ideas off people. But when you're in a group of people that are all trying to get to the same thing, it does make a difference, I think. So you've now done, so you did that. You did your first year, which is 100K. You started with your membership. What did you do next after the membership? Was it the course?
Yes, I did the course next. I probably would have done it the other way around had I listened to Lisa. But yes, I did the membership, and then I did the course. And every time I've just like added an extra thing on. So like, it sounds like I do a lot, and I do have a lot on offer, but every single thing has just come. And like, I did the course and I launched that, and that went really well. And then people were like, I'd like to work with you on a higher level. And so I was like, okay, a mastermind would really be great. And then people graduated from my mastermind and they were like, we loved it, but we need the accountability. So I was like, okay, an accountability pod will be great. And I've just added them all. And then I feel like when you tap into this passive income thing, you see opportunity where you've never seen it before.
Really do.
And suddenly it's like, okay, well, if I could get some people on my podcast talking about their product from the Entrepreneurs Growth Club, like, how amazing would that be? And suddenly I'm making money off my podcasts. And then people who do like courses like trademarking course, I'm an affiliate for a trademarking course. People need that all of the time. And I don't know anything about trademarking, but I can just say, here you go, do this. And I'm making money off of doing that. And it's just all these opportunities that when I did your 4-day challenge, I didn't even know half of the opportunities that were going to come my way.
Yeah, it's what's brilliant is that when you learn this sort of blueprint, this formula, if you like, of how to make passive income, what happens is nobody ever does one. Like, when I go back 2 years and talk to everyone that did it like 2 years ago, they're like, oh yeah, I did that passive income stream, but then I added this on, and then I added this on. And you know, we know that the average millionaire has like 7 or 8. And you can see it happening. You can see people adding all these different passive income streams in, and it's not taking them more time, but they're making more money all the time. And that for me is what was the kind of game changer when I started. Apparently Zoe said that the notifications were really late coming in, just to recap you. So Charlie when she started in One to Many, she wasn't doing sales. She's doing other things, but she is now moved over to selling how to sell. Basically, she's really good at selling with integrity. And so that's what she does. And in the first year of doing One to Many, made 100,000. What's that figure now?
250.
So £250,000 after doing One to Many. That's crazy. Like, it's great, but it's crazy.
I know, and it really is. And so in Phonics with Robot Reg, obviously I recruit teachers out of teaching into, well, been a franchisee for Phonics with Robot Reg, and I've spoken to like a lot of teachers who are doing Race to Recurring Revenue as well, and sometimes I think we hold ourselves back massively. We hold ourselves back because we don't want to take the risk.
Yeah.
But actually, like, this is one of the reasons why I really wanted to do this interview with you, because I want to tell people, like, I didn't think I would be here throwing these figures around. And I am. And like, talk about sales, right? Sales, there's a massive market for sales. There's loads of people talking about sales. Yeah. What there isn't is loads of females talking about how to sell the right way. Yeah. So I've come into a space where there's loads of different stuff going on. I'm not the first person to talk about sales, but I'm doing it in my own unique and special way. So if you're watching this and thinking, I can't take the risk of doing this, I'm here to tell you absolutely can. And if you're here thinking, I can't do this, I'm also here to tell you, you absolutely can.
Yeah, it's funny what our mind does, though, isn't it? I was talking in Race to Recurring Revenue this morning about how our mind immediately goes, other people can do this, but you can't do this. This doesn't mean you. And I wonder why that happens to us, because the same happened to me. When I first started, I was like, well, of course they can make money from this, but I can't. They don't mean me. And now when I think back to that, I think, why did I think that? Like, I wonder why we do that to ourselves when.
But I've gone live every Sunday night, as you know, because you joined me. Every Sunday night at 8 o'clock for the last 2 years, I've gone live and I talk about sales, answer questions, give tips, and all of the things. And I remember one week early on coming off just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of content. Like, I can't do this. I can't keep this up. Who am I? You know, all of those things. And of course, as you grow as a business owner yourself, like, I love sales. So I'm doing all the learning about sales, reading the books. So your knowledge grows and your confidence in what you can talk about grows as well. So what I was talking about 2 years ago and what I'm talking about now are completely different things.
Yeah,
and that's people go on that journey with me as well. I've had people, there's probably people watching this interview who have literally been in the Entrepreneurs Growth Club for 2 years, and they might have come in making like a few sales, having like a lifestyle business, and I've watched them grow and scale their business, and that feels amazing. It's not just about the money, it's not about the freedom, and it's about the fact that I'm helping thousands of people create more sales, because I honestly think that selling is easy if you just know how, and I'm here to tell you how.
Tell everyone. And it's about that ripple effect, isn't it? Like, a lot of people doing things in integrity, doing things the right way, teaching others how to do that. That means they're going to have a ripple effect on other people. And I think that's amazing. I'm going to ask you this question because I know my answer, but I want to see what you say. I always worry. No, first off, what happens if you don't like being on video?
Okay. Yes, I get this. What I would say is that you don't have to be on video. If you don't like being on video, you do not have to be on video. You can do really great stuff, storytelling, through posts, through emails, through blog posts, all of those things. But what I would say is we live in a fast-moving world where video is the #1 thing consumed on social media. So be open, give it a go, maybe do an odd boomerang here and there, and build your confidence up, because I bet once you see the impact that video has, you'll be like, oh, forget it, I'll get my face on there.
I can't tell you the amount of people that have told me at the beginning of One to Many, just to let you know, I'm never going to do a live, like I'm never going to do a video on Facebook. And I'll be like, okay. And I'll know they will. So I'll be like, I'll let them think that for a while. And then eventually they do like, well, I'll just do like one and see how it goes. And they're terrified. By the 6th, 7th, 20th, they're like, can you believe I never used to want to do video? Like, we all get used to something if we push ourselves outside of our comfort zone and do things that are a little bit scary, but then they become normal things.
It's when you get that feedback as well. So like with my members, I'll go, like looking like I've just done a run, and I'll be walking back and I talk in my membership, and people are like, I love that. I love that we see like the true side of you. Or people say like, thank you so much for your Monday morning motivation video. It's got me out of bed this morning, and it's made me realize that I can do it. And when you're getting that feedback, you think, I can't not put myself out there.
I always think that one of the best things to do if you're scared of going live is to make it not about you. Like, the reason we don't want to do it is because, like, we don't like our own voice, we don't like what we look like, all of these what if I say and now and all of these things. And actually, if we just go, it's not about us, what if we say one thing that person really needed to hear, then it's worth everything. And I love how you show up who you really are. Like, I've seen you on lives and you're no different. Like, in real life, you're exactly the same. And I do that as well. And I think that we need to be really careful. Like, if you're going to do lives, don't think that you have to be like super professional, like, oh, I'm a newsreader now. No, you don't have to be like that. You can just be you. And whether you're on the school run or going for a run or, you know, whatever, sometimes I've got kids clinging to my back while I'm doing a live. It doesn't really matter.
Oh my gosh, I had this one awful live, the worst case scenario. And I was quite early on as well. And obviously we were in lockdown, and my little boy's like 3 at this point, and I'm going live talking, and my little boy runs past naked. And I was like, oh my God, like dying. And then comes my topless husband, who happens to have Betty Boop tattooed on his arm, and my whole audience has just seen it, and I'm like, but they loved it. It's like history.
Yeah, because it makes you relatable. Like, if you start pretending to be something that's not real, that's not there, then you're not relatable anymore. And actually, people just want the real you. No one likes this kind of fake stuff. And I remember when I was looking for a coach, like really on in my business, all I could see was perfection, like these size 6 amazing model-like people eating like quinoa salads in beaches and stuff. And I was thinking, I ain't never doing that. Like, that's never going to be me. And so it's much better to have someone to look at that feels a bit like you, or like you could be. So yeah, just always be you. Never feel, and this is to any of you, never feel like you have to be something that you're not, because you really don't have to be. Right. Do we have any questions for Charlie? First of all, Charlie, where can people find you if they want to come and learn more about sales? Where's the best place to go?
Well, you can come to the Entrepreneurs Growth Club and hang out with me there. That's where I go live every Sunday giving my sales tips. Or over on Instagram, I'm Charlie Day Sales. But yeah, I'd love to chat with you.
Yeah, and Charlie's a bit like me. Like, we're always very real on Instagram stories. You'll see what we're doing, like, on a day-to-day basis. Because sometimes I think people think, like, especially with me, I definitely think people think, oh, I wonder what happens when you run a multi-7-figure business. And so I've always been really open on, well, this is what I'm doing today. And, you know, there's nothing amazing or different about what you see. I do the exact same things as everybody else. And I want you to realize that we're no different to you. Like, if we can make this kind of money, you can make this kind of money. You can do the thing that you're passionate about too.
Absolutely.
There's no fee to go into Charlie's group. It's completely free. So do feel free to go in there. Oh, thank you. Right. I'm going to let you go because I know I've kept you for a while. But thank you for being here. It's always good to hear different stories. I can't wait to see what you do next, because you're always doing something big. And you're always implementing, and I just want to see what happens with you. So yeah, thanks for being here, and we will continue to meet in random places around the world.
Okay, New York next, right?
Yes, New York. Right, I will see you there.
Thank you,
guys. Thank you for being here. I will be back with another interview either tonight or tomorrow. I can't even remember anymore because I'm doing so many, but I'll be back. I will. Oh, there's 2 questions that have suddenly come up. What's the best thing you've gained non-monetary from one-to-many? Oh,
well,
there you are.
No, I was just thinking. Well, I am now Lisa's sales coach for her mastermind, which has been amazing. I mean, it's been amazing being a part of Lisa's mastermind, but to be asked to be the sales coach was amazing. And the people in there, the people in there have got such fantastic businesses, but knowing that I can help them create more sales in their business But then like with the mastermind as well, we went to LA and we met so many amazing business owners there, like Lisa's friends who are business owners, right? So this is me, right? Just to show people who are watching the transformation. I did Race to Recurring Revenue and I did not comment in the group. I couldn't think of anything worse than commenting in the group. So I didn't. I went into One to Many without even really thinking about it. I just dived in. I ended up going on Lisa's mastermind. And I was nervous at the beginning of the mastermind to show up as my true self because I was thinking, oh my gosh, these people have got such big businesses. Now, when we were having dinner and Lisa had invited her friends, one of Lisa's friends asked me for sales advice at dinner. And I was like, oh my gosh, 2 years. What a journey. And like I gave her the sales advice and she was really appreciative. And yeah, I have not always been this confident to come on lives and talk to Lisa like this. But I don't know, when you know that you've got knowledge that's going to impact people, then why would you not get it out there?
Why would you not? A good question here. How long did it take you to reach the point after doing One to Many that changed, that where the earnings changed your life?
So I remember month one of me putting my first passive income out there, or, you know, the first lot of income that I'd learned from One to Many. And I earned £250 that first month. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that, like, what I had learned in 1 month, I then implemented and made £250 because I could see that if I just did that and scaled it, well, yeah, here I would be. So I was thrilled from the beginning, like I really was. And I sometimes see these things, you know, I try not to see them, but sometimes they just come to me. 10K months, 100K this, 100K that, and I can't be doing with it. Because when I earned £250 off of what I'd just learned, I was thrilled. I went out and I spent that £250 because as well, it was my side hustle. So it was extra money for me.
Yeah, bonus money.
But yeah, probably about 6 months in, I really saw that tipping point and went, oh my gosh, I did a launch. And I think, you know, the figures that, and I always thought that I'm quite ambitious. So, you know, I want to sell 20, 30, 40, whatever. I usually have 3 targets. And I like absolutely smashed it out the pond. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I have massively underestimated this. I need to like up my targets and stuff. And I remember messaging you, you know, like everyone messages Lisa to tell them it's so, and I messaged her saying like, I've just launched and I can't believe it. And Lisa was like, yeah,
I love the shock that everyone always has when they write to me, and I wait for it, and they write to me and they go, I can't actually believe it. I've just made like 50K or whatever it is. And I'm like, I did tell you that this would happen. But they're always really, really shocked that it's worked. But I kind of love it. And I always screenshot them and keep them.
But as well, because I think like people in my audience always thought that like we knew each other, but I did Race to Recurring Revenue, and Lisa obviously didn't have a clue who I was. And it was a year later when she was doing Race to Recurring Revenue last year that we were both in Portugal, and I just saw it on her Instagram stories. So I basically was just messaging her in a Portugal airport, being like, "Hi Lisa, where are you?" Stalked her around a Portugal airport, and that's when I met you. And then we've like done so much together now, and our paths have crossed massively. But yeah, I never would have thought. I'm so excited for everyone who's doing Race to Recurring Revenue, because if I could have told myself when I was doing that challenge that I would be sitting here right now, I would never have believed you.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love your story. Thank you for being here and sharing. I will let you go, guys. I will come back later and see you, and go and follow Charlie. Go and look at the Entrepreneurs Growth Club, which is her free Facebook group. And I will see you back here later on. See you later, guys. Thank you so much, Charlie.